A crypto scammer conned me, so I closed 2 deals in 1 call. We'll discuss that and more in today's video, and for those of you who do not know me, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I'm making these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am by making small improvements to my life every single day as a sales executive who wants to start his own business. So, first time of business, we'll get into the dials, the reach outs. No, we're just getting into the nitty-gritty things. So if you hadn't seen videos before, I had gotten back on Hinge. And I had sent out a bunch of messages, got 2 matches with 1 reply. This 1 reply was with someone. This is the context of the story. Essentially, they seemed good, we seemed on the same page. Turned out that I got mixed up with a crypto scheme, and yes, I had invested more money than I should have, and yes, that money will be gone. Yes, it is in the thousands, but luckily it is within the thousands that you can count on your fingers. So, still a significant amount. But what I've learned of anything is that this is a lesson. Things are too good to be true, and I really shouldn't have gone with it. They were smart at getting me in a smaller level than increasing that to build trust. There was a connection built to begin with. I was perceiving the world I wanted and the situation that I wanted to be true, not the world as it actually was. But my eyes are open now to the evil potential of the world. I was in a vulnerable point where I wanted to get a match and a date, and so was not looking for someone who was trying to take advantage of me, despite the fact that that has occurred. But no government, no spouse, no scammer. Although they can take away your riches, no one can take away your skills. And I am not afraid, despite I'm not in as good of a financial position as I was before, maybe a week ago, I do still have the capabilities of getting myself back into that advantageous position, which is exactly what I did today. So 9 o'clock in the morning, there was a demo that was scheduled for me. It was through the marketing team. I'm not sure which particular funnel. No. It was a call center sort of team. They're based in Quebec. The conversation went really well. I did a great job on looking up to the sort of thing. I did a great job qualifying, specifically because they're in the Quebec. Like, I asked a lot of sort of like, well, like, okay, so, like, how confident are you in English? We did most of the call in English. I mentioned the fact that je parle français, mais la plupart du téléphone était in English. But I was going like, okay, well, most of these households that are coming in are in English. Is that a problem? They're not in this small town. Like, I tried to get any sort of reason why you didn't want to move forward before we went into the program, then went into the program. At the end, he's going, I want to try. Here's the big thing, is he wanted to have the startup in the future because going on vacation. And then, so instead, I was going like, no, but maybe you just don't want to give me a solid date right now. So I pushed through, held the demo, he liked what he heard, we got him in a 1-call close on the gold tier, no discount, with bonus households, but I know that he'll have success. I wanted to get the bonus households, that was good. As well as, then it was tough because they signed up with an email that didn't really work, but what occurred instead is I just flipped to transition to a video call so I could do a quick onboarding before they had, because they had to switch the email, whatever. So we got that all covered. So that was good. That was closed, 9 a.m. Then earlier this week, and this is the LinkedIn demo that I had spoken about earlier. Earlier this year, April, sending out LinkedIn messages. One person was like, this seems, I'm already using something like this. So then I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'll just let you know, this is the sort of questionnaire they go through. Just so you know. And they're like, ooh, that looks kind of neat. How much does something like this cost? I was going like, okay, here's pricing, there you go. And they're like, okay, well, maybe not something I could use right now, but like I'm studying for this license and this license in the future. Can you contact me then? I'm like, sounds good. That was last week that I had to contact them. Actually, no, this week. And I contacted them, or no, it was Friday of last week, and then they messaging me today, going like, hey, do you want to revisit this conversation? And they're going like, yeah, well, I'm using something that you can get like $5 to $7 per household. So I'm not sure if it would make sense spending closer to like $50 a household. And then I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, sounds good. If what you have is working for you, then that's fantastic. Then at 3 a.m. that night, which technically is midnight their time, so there's a 3-hour difference, so not 3 a.m. But they're going like, hey, I know this is a late message, but maybe we could talk tomorrow, just to explore the program a bit further. And then I'm like, okay, let's do that. That next day, that was 2 days ago, That was yesterday, booked the appointment for today. And it's a bit of back and forth. On that message, they say like, yeah, I think I'd like to move forward with the gold tier. Get them on the video call here today. Build trust, I can see it rather than a phone call. That seems to be working better. And I say, going like, I know you said you want to move forward, but we're still gonna go through the normal process just to make sure that there actually is a good fit. We cover everything. I do a good job qualifying. Asking the right questions, when do we like to start, what sort of license do you have, getting the full picture of the business, I understand. Then she has an opportunity before we get straight to pricing, where she's going like, two things she says. She's going like, okay, well, I read this Reddit post where there was this person saying like, the people aren't expecting a call. And I was like, yes, correct. We don't have in big bold letters that the people are expecting a call. So the thing she was afraid of going like, validate, exactly that. This is the thing that someone said bad about it, correct, that is true. However, people are having success despite that. We have the resources and support available. We want to see you succeed. Despite people not being told explicitly they're going to be called, people are booking and appointments are being, clients are being discovered as a consequence. It is what you put into it. And then when we got to pricing, then it was like, oh, and also I saw online there was like an end of month special that there was always running. Can you speak more on that? And it was funny. Two things that I learned is going like, okay, people will find out if you always run an end of month special, that will be in the public vernacular. People will understand of that. So then I was like, yes, we can do that and add bonus households, but not before making sure everything that came before that was this. Now I probably could have said yes, but I'm weak at this point in that. Here's the thing though, is that conversation kind of lasted 40 minutes. They had an appointment and it covered 20 minutes that it was in person they had to run to. So like it was going like, well, if you send me the code, can we just get you on, like, can I just use that and sign up later? And I know for a fact, because it happened earlier this month, where I did just that, and what that turned into was the person being like, okay, not signing up today, gonna sign up in the future. They might still sign up on the 22nd, but I don't want the future to be August. I know if I have them on the call right here, we will make the decision. There's still the risk-free trial for them, but they won't have, I haven't given context when it's a qualified lead system for financial advisors and like insurance agents who do IULs and annuities. But I know if they're on the call, we can make the decision, it can be validated as the right decision. If they regret it tomorrow, they can get their money back. So it's not a trap, it's just my job is to facilitate this decision. The almost decision is not a full decision and therefore not a decision and therefore a failure on my part if the person is interested in making the decision to go forward with a service, product, or service, which they were. So got them on board, added a bit of this. There was like then a little bit of like finagling because going, okay, well, one state doesn't have as good of a promo, so we got you on here, and then I might be able to. That's what it would like. I might be able to sweeten the deal just a little bit. My sales manager, who's the new sales manager, who's not the old sales manager, who now is an executive, whose name is Mark, and said, going like, can I add 10 bonus households for the third month? And then they were like, are they signing up today? And I was like, yes, they are. So he's like, go wild. And then we got them on the platform. So that marks 2. One call closes today again. So I think that there's 2 days where I have had 2 days of 2 one-call closes in a day, which really is confirmation for me of 2 things. Number 1, that if I increase activity, I will increase output. Despite one not being one I booked and one being work from the past, it still is, if I do the process, if I make the reach outs, I will see the results. And secondly, don't trust people online as quickly. I'm now fucking learning that, even though it was a high price to pay. It was a lesson I needed to learn at some point. I'm no longer naive. My eyes are open. Yes, it was stupid, but you'd be surprised how clouded your judgment is when your emotions are elevated and you're not expecting it. But I can and possess the ability to get myself out of this, and will remember this as an opportunity, as a moment in time when I made a stupid mistake, but it definitely could have been worse. I got out at the right time. It was just something where it was like going like, okay, I'm trying to pull money out, but you're still asking for more money to be put in. Okay, I've done that once and that was too much. Now I can't do it anymore. I'll take the L, move forward, stronger. What does not kill you makes you stronger. Friedrich Nietzsche in Twilight of the Idols, I believe. I might be wrong on that. Oh, it might be Ecce Homo. Either one of them, doesn't matter. Clementine Club, thanks for sticking around as always, and remember to believe in yourself because you're more capable of doing great things than you give yourself credit. I'll talk to you later.